evening, viewers, and it's always a pleasure to be part of your Sunday evenings on this platform, Crime Watch. This program is brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, aimed at sharing crime issues happening across the country, as well as inviting you to be our partners in fighting this scourge. I'm your host, Tendekai Dandarasi, and it's good to have you along. We start our program on a sad note following the untimely passing on of Assistant Commissioner Elliot Muswita at West End Clinic on the 24th of October 2019 after a short illness. The Commissioner General of Police, Deputy Commissioner Generals, Commissioners, Senior Officers, Junior Officers and members of the Zimbabwe Republic Police joined the Muswita family in mourning their beloved. Assistant Commissioner Elliot Muswita was declared Liberation War hero and was buried at his rural home at Ndlovu village, Chief Madamombe Chivi in Masvingo. May his soul rest in peace. We now look at convictions across the country in the past week. Themba Tavawa, aged 24 years, who raped his 12-year-old niece several times for a period extending from August 2010 to September 2019, was convicted and sentenced to 50 years imprisonment at Gweru Regional Court. Munyaradzi Chirimuta, aged 38 years, and Tinashe Mupezeni, aged 27 years, who robbed Constantine Chikanga, aged 27 years, of his Honda Fit motor vehicle, appeared before a Harare magistrate and were convicted and sentenced to 14 years imprisonment each. Shadrach Nyoni, aged 39 years, was sentenced to 7.5 years imprisonment by a Mount Darwin magistrate for unlawful entry and theft. Detective Assistant Inspector Traimo Makunya gives us the story.
Recently, we arrested an accused person, Shadrach Nyoni, who is aged 35 years, of number 104 Centenary. The accused traveled all his way from Centenary to commit offenses in Mount Darwin CBD. Upon his arrival in Mount Darwin, he approached the complainant's house, stole 1 HP laptop, 96 cell phones, of which most of them were smartphones. He also stole cash, US dollars amounting to 1,500 and RTGS 4,000. We investigated the case and managed to arrest the accused person in Bindura, and upon his arrest, we recovered part of the complainant's property. The accused person was referred to Mount Darwin Magistrate Court, and he was convicted and sentenced to 7.5 years imprisonment. I would like to encourage members of the public not to buy property from moving people. Why? It's most likely that this property will be stolen. And if we recover such property from the receivers, this receiver would have lost his money by buying that property. And one other thing, you can even be arrested for receiving stolen property. Sentence.
The complainant shared his ordeal, which almost sent him out of business.
Ndanda tsoka pasi kudzika pasi kuti ndasina kukutangira ndakanda kutengesa madomasi muriwo cheta zvimwe kuti zvakasanda tombojaira kakutenda kuhodha muriwo maprazi kuchitengesa saka ndipanda izvozvika aiwa ndaparana zvokuti kana business rangu rakufambira mberi ndadzikira zvokuti ndasina kana pekutangira saka ndotenda.
Still in Mount Darwin, CID Mount Darwin has made a breakthrough into unlawful entry and theft cases following the arrest of 2 accused persons, Terence Munyonga and Nyasha Chigama, both aged 19, who are linked to 40 cases.
We had a lot of unlawful entry cases which were being committed here in our area, and we discovered that there were some ex-convicts who were living in our area, and we decided to put them on surveillance. And it was during this surveillance that we managed to identify Nyasha Mnyonga and Terence Chimanga as some of the suspects. We managed to break about the 11 cases from Nyasha Mnyonga. and we recovered a lot of property. Terence Chimanga had the guts to go and steal from one of our detectives, and that is when we discovered that these guys were actually working together.
Terence Munyonga also shared his story.
Most of the ndinowanzopara ini ndedzemhando for entry. Ndotopindira kana munhu akatorara ndichitomusvetuka akatorara. Ndopa ndakazopindawo mumba memuCID shure mekusaziva kuti anga ari muCID. Saka mota ndoya ndakazokwanisa kuita sei kunotisa kuti mota ndeyembadai.
We got information that the accused person wanted to flee away and go to Bulawayo. Then we set up about 3 teams. The other team we sent it to his rural home, and then the other team we stationed it at Rushinga Turnoff, and then the other team we stationed it at Madziwa.
Nguva idzodzo dzemanheru ndobva ndatobereka bag rangu, but pese mabus stops ese anga akaita sei anga akatochengetedzwa nevakomana.
We had to instruct the other team, which was at Madziwa, to stop that vehicle the accused had boarded. And as he approached the roadblock, we managed to arrest him. He confirmed that he had committed about 22 other cases. We had to go to the complainants to find out whether it was true or not, and all the 22 cases were confirmed.
Foni andakatobata ndio imwe yachange yatobiwa mumba mangu. Ndakazoona after 2 months mbavha yakutowiwa nayo kumba achitaura kuti akapinda sei mumba nematorera ese aakaita zvinhu zvacho mumba.
Terence Munyonga regrets his actions and he has a word of advice to other youths.
Inini vechidiki vari kunze ndangovataura kuti akupara mhosva hakusi kugadzirisa upenyu. Zvinhu zvingori waizika fokasa nechikoro chako, nekuti kana une chikoro you can be anything. But kana usina chikoro hapana paungazomborarama kana kuzochengeta mhuri nemashortcuts.
These arrests have led to the reduction in crime in general.
We have also embraced the community policing concepts, whereby we have members of the neighborhood, the WATCH committee, also assisting the police in policing their communities. It is through these forums that we've been sharing vital information on the way how police can achieve results in terms of policing.
Meanwhile, Nyasha Chigama has been convicted and sentenced to 8.5 years imprisonment, while Terence Munyonga has also been convicted and still awaiting his sentence. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. In Harare, ZRP Waterforce have nabbed 4 fraudsters who were producing fake documents and selling non-existent residential stands. The accused persons are Lovejoy Nyamande, aged 59 years, Anthony Madehama, aged 22 years, Simbarashe Bezo Nyajina, aged 25 years, and Charles Kapenzi, aged 60 years.
22 September. Sunday ari masikati taenda kuchechi pakasara paina garden ndobva asara achisvikirwa nembavha dzakangomunyeperawo kuti tiri kutreka nefoni yedu yabiwa, saka iri kuindiketa kuti munhu abari panapa. Saka mukomana paakati handina kana foni nini, vakabva vamujambira mugeti. Ndokubva mukomana achibva atiza kubva payadhi achinojambirawo kunext door. Saka ivo ndobva vaenda naye kunext door. Saka vamwe vacho vakasara vakabva vabreaka in vachibva vatora safe yanga ine mari US dollar 33,000 nema title deeds.
ZRP Waterforce received a report from the complainant, which was a case of plain robbery, whereby 6 suspects went to a house and it took a safe, and some of the properties documents which were in the safe included title deeds. On the 24th of October, the complainant came across an advert in the Sunday Mail. Stand number 207 was now on sale. We made an interest on that issue since those documents were acquired through a robbery case. We contacted the number which was on the advert, and we managed to get hold of the person who was selling the stand. We made some arrangements to meet somewhere else so that we can go to view the stand in Mona View, and also to go to deeds office to verify if the documents were original. After verifying the documents, he took us to Mona View to view the stand, and upon arriving at the stand, we arrested the runner who was being sent with the title deeds. After that, we subsequently managed to arrest 3 other accomplices. We came across some fake title deeds, fake national IDs, which we believe that they were using to defraud many home seekers.
The 4 are also linked to an armed robbery case, which occurred in September 2019 in Waterfalls area.
This is not just another arrest, but it's a significant one in that the suspects are a very sophisticated team which operates in cahoots with robbers. You will find that they target property documents, they also target bank cards, IDs, and they get details of property owners and forge IDs in order to make some sales of such properties. As WATCH Waterfalls, we are reaping benefits of our partnership with the community. Our CCC is here day in and day out. They come with various support. They give us some tip-offs that is helping us to win this battle against the criminals. We also want to urge the public that they should be very vigilant whenever they do transactions that involves big monies, especially sale of properties.
Following attacks by machete-wielding criminals in Bindura, sanity is now prevailing in the district after police conducted operations to stop this menace.
These illegal gold panas were now in the habit of committing various crimes, among them assaults, robberies, and thefts, and in most cases using knives. So people in the district were now afraid to do their businesses, especially after hours. Following such incidents, the district came up with 2 major operations: operation to deal with illegal gold panas and another operation that was aimed at dealing with public violence. The district managed to arrest a total of 208 criminals, and from those 208, a total of about 70 were sent to court and convicted. The district managed also to recover a total of 15 hammer mills, which were operating illegally in Bindura and the other districts like Mazo and Shamba. And those hammer mills were the center of attraction of the illegal gold panas, who would come in their numbers to have their gold ore milled, and after milling their gold ore, they would then venture into their various unlawful activities. As we speak, the district is now relatively quiet, as the people are now free to conduct their daily business without crime fear.
In Nkai district, ZRP Luciana laments stock theft cases which are occurring in their policing area. We spoke to the officer in charge during our visit recently.
We have problems of stock theft in our area. Most of stock was stolen from grazing areas where stock is left unattended. In the month of October 2019, 3 donkeys valued RTGS $1,200 were stolen and driven to Gokwe. 2 of the stolen donkeys valued at 800 were recovered. We are doing the following strategies. We are carrying out awareness campaigns in prone areas and the slaughter posts. We are engaging all stakeholders like VETI and our local councils.
As we approach the festive season, we continue to encourage total road safety, which does not apply to drivers only, but also to pedestrians. Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe had this to say.
We would like to seriously consider cascading the issue of pedestrian safety. Our pedestrians are amongst the most vulnerable road users. Abantwana betu, bana bedu are the most vulnerable vachiinda kuzvikoro vachidzoka vanofanira kuziva kuti which side of the road they walk along. It is so very sad to learn that, for example, in Masvingo, there is that zebra crossing after Craft Center towards Masvingo Polytechnic along the Masvingo Bite Bridge Highway, and the pedestrians continue to be run over fatally at a zebra crossing. So we have already recognized that drivers can be so negligent that they can run over a pedestrian at a zebra crossing, which is the worst form of negligence under the sun. As you approach that zebra crossing, never think that you have the right of way. There is no right of way. Stop until vehicles have stopped for you. Check all sides as you swiftly cross that particular zebra crossing. We have the elderly of our society whose eyesight, earsight can be impaired because of old age. They also need that kind of assistance. There are persons and people living with disabilities who would want our accommodation. Everyone, let's accommodate them. So we are saying to drivers, as we speak to pedestrians, you have a key role to make sure that you accommodate the pedestrians. We don't want negligent pedestrians, the ones who are distracted as they walk along or cross the road. These are the youthful pedestrians. Cross in the middle of the intersection. When my earphones, WhatsApp, they're busy attending to their ICT gadgets, and you get run over. This is not good. We know that the safe systems approach advocates for the rehabilitation or construction of roads which are forgiving, that the road user can make a mistake, but the road should then correct the mistake made by the road user. Lastly, we might have pedestrians leading and heading animals. Such pedestrians have certain principles to follow when they are driving the cattle along the road or crossing on the particular road. The red flags at the front, red flags in the middle, and red flag at the back. This is a precautionary measure. Let's stay off the road as pedestrians and follow the principles, especially this particular festive season, which is beckoning. We must all use the road safely every day.
Crime Watch takes a short break. Stay tuned. Welcome to the third and final segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. As the ZRP thrives to get closer to communities, many police bases and posts have been constructed across the country with the help of few members of the public. It is in this same spirit that Gardner Residents Association in Goromonzi handed over a police base to ZRP recently.
We are all aware that our police force in this nation is very strapped in terms of resources. Resources are always a serious challenge. So we avail our time, our money, and lives actually to be on the line so that we can have peace at night.
Officer Commanding Police, Marondera District Chief Superintendent Didmas Sakarombe was represented by Superintendent Muguti as the guest of honor.
Today's ceremony is a culmination of enormous collective effort by dedicated Gardner community and ZRP Goromonzi. This unparalleled dedication to assist the Zimbabwe Republic Police has resulted in the Gardner community joining hands and construct this superstructure composing of a church office, 2 bedrooms, member-in-charge office, ablution facility, and a holding cell. I am grateful to those who championed this great initiative. This is a clear testimony of pure police-public partnership.
The police base will fall under ZRP Goromonzi in Mashonaland East Province.
We want to thank the Gardner community for this noble idea of supporting the police to build Gardner police base. This is in line with the community policing of taking the police closer to the community. We assure the community that we will give them a full measure of the service.
Detectives have been urged to stay abreast with the ever-changing political, economic, social, technological, ethical and legal frameworks to be able to be true crime investigators. This was said during the official opening of a one-month Criminal Investigations Department induction course held at CID headquarters and was attended by detectives drawn from different stations. Assistant Commissioner Obey Moyo officiated at the event.
I would like to start by applauding you all because participants for having been selected to undertake this indispensable path in your profession, as it is very critical in enhancing your competencies as contemporary detectives. The investigation and detection of crime requires men and women of character. It calls for complete, dedicated, committed, brave and experienced police officers and leaves no room for malingering. Change is the only permanent feature in the world, and as such, let me advise you to keep yourself abreast of developments in the political, economic, social, technological, and legal frameworks if you are worth to be called true detectives. The command has since declared the year 2019 as a year of training to assist its personnel not to be overtaken by events and for them to live with the world and not in the world. If we can thoroughly scan our environments, we'll be able to focus crime threats and deal with vulnerabilities, hence effectively deal with crime.
We had a chance to interview some of the participants.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Zimbabwe Republic Police Criminal Investigation Department for affording us this great opportunity to undergo this course. I know at the end of this course we will be able to cope with the current trend of crimes that are being committed, as we will have been sharpened in our investigation skills.
Indeed, this course has enlightened us as detectives, and it is my fervent hope that we will be able to effectively and efficiently deliver as expected by the organization.
Meanwhile, First Lady Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa was the guest of honor at a cleanup campaign which was organized by the Daughters of Virtue in the ZRP Women Network Harare Province in the Central Business District. This is part of the ZRP's way of reconnecting with members of the public, as well as an opportunity for members of the public to mix and mingle with the police. As we come to the end of today's program, we would like to highlight some of the people who are on the police wanted list. Alvin Martinure, aged 39 years, whose last known address is 30744 Unit N Seke, is wanted by ZRP Dzvarasekwa for a case of armed robbery. Bridget Makaza, aged 34 years, is wanted by ZRP Avondale for a murder case. Her last known address is 201 Sherwood Drive, Strat Aven, Harare. Tendai Nyakujga, aged 33 years, whose last known address is K368 Muguta Epworth, Harare, is wanted by ZRP Harare Central for a case of armed robbery. Anyone with information that may help in locating these people may contact any nearest police station or contact us on the details that have been appearing on your screens. It has been a pleasure interacting with you on this platform. Please do make a date with us next week, same time. From the crew behind the scenes and myself, it's bye for now.